The water is stored inside these tanks before it goes into the factory to get its bubbles. But where does the water come from?
The water comes from this spring, where rainwater has collected underground for thousands of years.
It bubbles up to the surface and is sent through pipes into the factory.
And it's sent to something called a chiller. The chiller cools down the water so that it's nice and cold before it gets put into bottles. But the water inside the chiller looks like this. It's still, which means it doesn't have any bubbles. It's not fizzy like this one. So how does still water become fizzy water?
It's time for some bubbles.
The still water is made fizzy by these two tanks. This tank is called a carbonation tank. It makes the water fizzy by pushing a gas called carbon dioxide into the water. Here's how it works.
Water contains a gas called oxygen. To make the water fizzy, we need to remove the oxygen. Inside the tank is a metal plate with holes in it, like a sieve. The holes are so small that as the water squeezes through them, the oxygen gas escapes, and it's taken away through a vent at the top of the tank. Bye-bye, oxygen. Now the oxygen is removed, we can make the water fizzy. The water with no oxygen in it is sent to the second big tank. Here, carbon dioxide gas is pushed into the water very, very fast. As more and more carbon dioxide bubbles fill the tank of water, pressure builds up. This makes the bubbles dissolve into the water so that we can't see them anymore. And now the water is fizzy. The pressure is like a balloon ready to burst. And it stays like this as the water is put into bottles. We only see the bubbles again when the bottle is opened. The pressure is released, we hear a big fizzing sound, and the bubbles rush to the surface.
And this is where the bottles are filled with water.
Look how fast the bottles fill up with the water.
So this is a finished bottle of fizzy water. I can't see any bubbles, can you? Should we let the bubbles out?